It was at our symposium in Philadelphia in 2017 that Pamela Coons and I started a conversation with the board about our code of conduct and our efforts to create an inclusive environment within the organization and how NANETS will position itself in the years to come. I'm very grateful to all of our leaders for the healthy conversations and deliberate actions they've taken to advance several relevant initiatives. We have more work to do and we're committed to doing it. It's my pleasure to introduce NANETS Membership and Diversity Co-Chairs, Dr. Camilo Jimenez, Professor, Department of Endocrine Neoplasia and Hormonal Disorders at the MD Anderson Cancer Center, and Dr. Pamela Coons, leader of the Gastrointestinal Cancers Program and Director of GI Medical Oncology at the Yale School of Medicine.
Thank you, Dr. Bergsland. It's my pleasure to be giving an overview of our efforts for diversity and inclusion in this new committee. I have to say, I'm incredibly proud of the team. I think that we all had great passion for the mission of this committee, and I'm excited to share with you what we've accomplished this year. And Dr. Jimenez will help us talk about our future directions. Next slide, please. So the 2019-20 Membership and Diversity Committee members are shown here. It was a wonderfully diverse group representing a number of specialties and our advanced practice providers. Shanidia Vinger is a nurse practitioner. Alex Ganji is a surgical oncologist. Bryson Katona is a gastroenterologist. Nina Vijay Verghia is a medical oncologist. And Simran Singh is also a medical oncologist. Camilo Jimenez will be served with me as a co-chair and will be serving as the chair for 2020-21. Next slide, please. I'll be talking primarily about 4 of our initiatives this year. The first is our anti-racism statement. The second is our diversity statement. Third is how we've been putting diversity and inclusion into action. And then Dr. Jimenez will talk about our goals for 2021. Next slide, please. I'd like to read aloud our anti-racism statement. As many organizations and medical professional societies responded to many of the issues around Black Lives Matter, we similarly did so. I'd like to read this aloud. This was a really joint effort from many members of our Membership and Diversity Committee and the Board of Directors. Dear NET medical community, the North American Neuroendocrine Tumor Society joins with professional medical societies in denouncing the recent killing, unjust violence, and other unthinkable racial injustices against Black people. We ask you to join us in promoting a culture that is anti-racist. We recognize our own biases, conscious and unconscious, shape our views and actions, and ask the entire NET medical community to self-reflect with us. We embrace this important work and are committed to advance this mission through the work of NANETS Diversity and Membership Committee. We stand firmly with our Black colleagues, trainees, and patients, as well as all other groups who are treated unfairly, and pledge to advocate for diversity, equity, and inclusion in our organization. In your institutions, we ask you to do the same. In solidarity, NANETS Board of Directors and Diversity Committee co-chairs. We published this in June of 2020. One of our next major initiatives was developing the NANETS Diversity Statement. We had much input from our committee, similarly from the Board of Directors, and we're very pleased with this statement. I will read this also to you. NANETS celebrates and strives to embrace all aspects of diversity within its organization and programming. We advocate for equity and inclusion of all groups, including but not limited to socioeconomic status, race, ethnicity, language, nationality, sex, gender identity, sexual orientation, religion, geography, disability, age, medical specialty, and professional degree. NANETS is committed to increasing diversity within our activities and structure to reflect all aspects of the neuroendocrine community we serve. We strive to cultivate an open and transparent and supportive culture where all are welcome, and we encourage members to contribute and participate fully. Next slide, please. NANETS has a steadfast commitment to doing the following: recruitment and retention of neuroendocrine providers, researchers, and practitioners from diverse backgrounds, along with the support of advancement of their professional growth. Elimination of disparities in neuroendocrine diagnoses via research, advocacy, and community engagement, and continuous learning through deliberate collection and evaluation of data on diversity in our organization. The NANETS Membership and Diversity Committee is committed to ensuring we are working on these goals through diverse, multidisciplinary education, research, and collaboration. This was ratified by the Board of Directors very recently in October of 2020. And I am excited that this will really serve as our beacon and set direction for this committee moving forward. Next slide, please. So focusing on that last bullet point of data collection and evaluation, we in the committee feel that it's very important to be incredibly deliberate on what data we're collecting to help guide in this continuous learning as we try to incorporate diversity, equity, and inclusion in everything we do. We identified key variables to collect as part of the NANETS member application and event registration. This includes expanded specialty checklists, stage and career, years in medical field, years in the NET field, type of institution, gender, age, race, and Hispanics or Latinx status. Regular reports will be generated and shared with the committee leadership throughout the NANETS organization to facilitate DEI. Annual diversity reports will also be given to the board for review. And then we are currently evaluating software options to help meet the needs of developing structured reports and dashboards to facilitate our goals of diversity statement. Next slide, please. I'm going to pass the baton to my wonderful colleague, Dr. Camilo Jimenez, to go over the 2021 goals. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kangs. And really, I just want to acknowledge all your work, because thanks to it, now we have a solid base to develop our membership and diversity committee. So yes, for 2021, we have several goals, and they include an expansion of our reach. We will connect with and attract new members. We will engage members of the specialties that are very important for the study and treatment of patients with neuroendocrine tumors. These specialties are inclusive and not limited to gastroenterology, endocrinology, surgery, interventional radiology, and nuclear medicine and others. We will collaborate with colleagues throughout North America. We will engage people from Mexico, Puerto Rico, Canada, and other places. And yes, we will develop special interest groups, for instance, women in neuroendocrine tumors, as well as other specialties. Yes, we will host an important webinar on diversity, which is planned to highlight the efforts of the NANETS Membership and Diversity Committee, as well as other webinars in the development to engage additional interest groups. Again, women in neuroendocrine tumors, maybe basic science and translational studies, and others. Yes, we are working also on the Code of Conduct revision. As you know, the NANETS have a Code of Conduct that was written in 2018. And there is a revision that we will try to ensure is harmonized with the new diversity statement. Of course, we will present this Code of Conduct revision to our leadership for review and approval. And yes, we'll explore future opportunities for collaboration with pharma, as well as other scientific societies, such as the NETS, the Endocrine Society, Pressor for Pheochromocytoma and Paraganglioma, and many others. So we look forward to a very diverse, very inclusive, very exciting 2021 year.